What's up, YouTube people? So this is my very first official talking video. No more silent films, I guess. Anyway, I'm here trying to mock up on this junk engine for my intake manifold to convert the Aces EFI for Type 1 VW. Let me turn the camera around and I'll show you what I've got. So this is a 3/8 304 stainless, sent off to cut send to have this cut. It's threaded for the studs to hold the throttle body. These are some Amazon reducing cones, stainless 304. They're 1.5 to 2 inch, but I'm using 1 5/8 and 2 inch, so I'm cutting them off about 1/4 to get to the right size. The end castings are 1 5/8 OD. I originally wanted the throttle body to try and mount like this in order to use factory style cable pull, but it's way too far off to the side, so we'll end up mounting it somewhat like this. And there is no room. It's going to be a challenge. I don't know if the deck lid will clear. I may have to put standoffs. Don't know till I get there. I don't want the deck lid stood off on the top. I stand it off on the bottom, but we'll see when I get to that point. So let me get some parts cut, and I'll come back when I get ready to start mocking it up, tacking it up, and go from there. I had to tack a couple of pieces off camera so I could get this to stay in place. But it's coming along. Let's see if I can set this camera up. My phone took a dive. Anyway, I'm gonna weld this up. I'm just fusing it, basically. I'm not adding filler wire. Let me get this done and move on to the next step. Gotta try to make a bracket from here to here to hold the manifold in place. When all this comes up in the flange, keep it from rocking or falling. So I need to make a bracket. I'm gonna use this plate, 1/8 inch 304. I'm just gonna double it, make it 1/4. Bracket piece made. Go in the center. Since this is a mock-up engine, not sure if the difference between my actual engine and this one, tolerance wise, in castings, you name it, I'd rather shim with a few washers, and I can shim with a few washers on mine rather than it being too close. So get this mounted on here and tacked in place. The riser part here is turning out to be quite the challenge. Just trying to determine where I want this. I don't want it tall and up high. I want it tucked down in here as low as I can get it, but to clear this alternator, clear the distributor that's not in here. So in order to just determine the offset, I'm going to tack this in place here and cut it off at the top, and then try to just build around it, plate it in, try to build a funnel down into it. I'm concerned my alternator on the car is a different style than this. It has a ring that's out here. I can cut and grind it if I need to, but yeah. So I'm going to tack this up, cut this off, and tack the plate on there temporarily to just mock up the other pieces and go from there. Okay, now just build up to that. Easier said than done. Flue this down to there and then plate in the sides. Okay, finally got it somewhat mocked up to where I can build this riser. I cut the 2-inch stainless tubes in half and spent forever just eyeball measuring and cutting and grinding and cutting and grinding to get this far. Now I've got to plate the sides in. So I've got this tape and I'm going to cut it with an X-Acto knife to make like a template I can lay on the flat plate. I have some 18 gauge 304 stainless that I'm going to use to plate those in. Well, stomp the brakes, put it in reverse and back up, revamp, changed and modified the runner. Instead of it going down angled like this, I wanted to put a straight section so it can turn back and go straight instead of being at an angle and worried it's going to feed the 1 and 2 side more than the 3/4 side. So at least give it this last little straight section to hopefully fuel and air will even out and not be forced one way or the other. Will it help? Will it work? I don't know. But peace of mind anyway of it having a little straight shot instead of being angled. Alright, it's done, finally. I tell you, what a pain. This little riser, the whole deal, I don't know. I don't want to make another one. But I feel better about it having that straight piece instead of it being angled like that. Worried about it going, you know, all to one side. It may not, but if I'm going to turbocharge it, you know, where's it going to go when you turbo it? The path of least resistance? I don't know. So at least it has a last little bit of a straight shot down in there. But that's it. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. I'm horrible at talking. I don't know what to do with my hands staring at the camera. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Look for future videos of the install and go from there. Thanks.